Hi, I'm Erin, your local sex therapist, and today I'm here with a tool to help you manage stress about sex. Now, sex can be a really great connective experience, a good stress reliever, and allow for some fun and creativity. And it can also be stressful, like if you're feeling pressured to show up in a certain way, or look a certain way, or you worry about your performance, or maybe you feel like sex is an obligation within your relationship. And worrying about sex can also indicate a fear. Maybe you worry about what will happen in your relationship if you're not having sex or not having sex as often as you or your partner would like. And it's important to pay attention to those fears because they're telling you that something about this is important. However, that fear doesn't have to rule you and impact decision making because when that fear and stress take over, that doesn't make for a very fun, engaging, or relaxing sexual experience. The opposite actually happens and it ramps up the stress and pressure, moving you farther away from the goal of having more or better sex. So, what do? Stop. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's not super helpful, but I'm not telling you to stop thinking about these things. What I'm offering is an action plan through the STOP acronym, S.T.O.P, because managing the stress you feel about sex is one of the most important things you can do to shift this. Now, S does stand for stop, but what I mean by stopping is not just reacting. Slow down, think about what's going on. Maybe your partner seeks you out for sex and you just default to saying yes because you feel bad saying no, or you really want to connect, or it preys on those fears we just talked about, right? Of what will happen if you're not having sex. And what happens in that split second is you're just reacting out of emotion. So instead, slow down and work to respond. When you're able to do this, you're using different parts of your brain that are engaged with things like decision making and future planning and problem solving and so on. And you want those parts of your brain online when you're trying to shift this dynamic that's going on with sex. T stands for timeout, right? Take a step back, take a break, take a couple of deep breaths. This helps ground you, calm you down, and further slow your system, right? Bringing those parts of your brain back online that can assist in helping you check in with yourself. So when your partner seeks you out for sex, instead of just reacting and saying yes, take a time out and assess if this is even something you'd like right now, which leads us to O. O stands for observe. Take a second to notice what's going on with you and do a quick scan. How are you feeling? What are your thoughts? What's the situation like? What is your partner saying to you or how are they acting? Take a minute and assess. Does it seem sexy or not? Do you feel connected? Are you feeling distant? Is this something that's foreign or familiar? All of these elicit different responses in people, so check in with you to see how you're feeling. And then P stands for proceed, kindly and intentionally. We now know that reacting in the moment isn't helpful and can add to that stress and pressure you feel during sex. So think about what you want in this moment and act on that. Are you not in the mood for sex? Communicate that compassionately to your partner. Are you in the mood for some things but not for others? Tell them that. Think about the goals and what you want right now, both in the moment and in general, and ask yourself if your actions will move you toward or away from that. Now, the whole point of this exercise is to slow down and make conscious decisions, not reactionary ones. If you've been feeling stressed about sex, slowing down can help you consider what's helping move you toward better sex and what's moving you away from that. If you desire more connection and better sexual experiences, saying yes to sex every time your partner proposes it might not be the best for you, especially if you're already feeling some of this pressure and judgment about how your sex drive is showing up. The way to have more sex is shifting to having better experiences. This means being honest with yourself, with your partner, and working to decrease the stress and pressure you feel about sex. And implementing the STOP model can help. Now, I love exploring the stress and sex relationship. So if you'd like to learn more about how stress impacts sex, reach out or check out my blog for more information. And in the meantime, stop, think, and respond. Good luck.